Hey, so we're here at R.I.S.E Studio on Friday the 13th, and I will be one of the 4 spoken word artists performing with R.I.S.E. So let's check out the space.
Eternal sunshine of a spotless mind. Wonder if he'll remember all the times. A less detailed version of me. My voice is probably fading, fading, fading. Was it real or secondhand hallucinating? Connection transcended
Feed you that forbidden fruit. Archangel Michael, I'll verbally slaughter anyone who challenges your faith. Poetic and spiritual warfare are synonymous to me. Make 300 look like...
How you criticize a poet using poetic tools? Do my onomatopoeias make you boo-hoo-hoo? Then screw you, fool. See, I'm the type of poet that can murder you with one haiku like Jesus Christ. Help us, please. I don't want to do it, but I will with ease. Best believe I wear my heart up on my sleeve, so when I'm peeved, emotions are what I retrieve, and I've conceived a method that you can't repeat. Not like me,
My own light seems like a better option than believing I was made for this. That me and success are crewmates, the pen, my soulmate, the stage, my long last friend where I can let my presence be felt, but not enough to let myself feel like I'm the imposter again.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I just cannot believe I'm in the presence of such greatness. How am I a part of this set? I don't know. I'm floored by everything that people have shared today.
So we're gonna continue with the last artist of the night. You know, this is an artist that it's crazy to say I've known shqdel for 6 years, man. We started off with a Toronto Poetry Library program that I used to do, and it's amazing to see that not only as a poet has she evolved, but as a lyricist she's evolved, as a human being she's evolved, as an academic she's evolved, as a person, you know. And I think for me, one thing I love about what I've been gifted as a mentee from my mentors is also to have the opportunity to mentor other people too. And I'm learning so much from shqdel as she grows and continues to evolve into this fluorescent light that she is, you know? So I'm gonna read her bio, which is a very beautiful bio, as I read a little earlier. So shqdel releases energy through visual, sonic, and lyrical pieces. She began performing as a way to ease out of her shell and grow through self-acceptance. In secondary school, she was a part of HYPE, or Hip Hop Youth Pursuing Excellence, which hosted an open mic series called Word Food. This is where she first shared a spoken word piece. She couldn't stop exhaling poems, wordplay, and run-on sentences into songs. She began performing at R.I.S.E open mic nights. In 2019, she shared pieces at the TEDx UTSC conference. That's a big deal, y'all. T-Base, Anti-Displacement, Zen Garden, and Manifesto. Yo, she performed at Manifesto Festival, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's a pretty big deal. Not only that, but she auditioned. And I think hundreds of people auditioned, and she made it. They loved her. You know what I'm saying? Headlined by R.I.S.E. Yo, you can say that for the rest of your life. I opened up for R.I.S.E. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal. And, you know, I just love what the great things are coming out of it. In 2020, she performed outdoors with Street Art Toronto, accompanying live mural painting sessions to commemorate the frontline heroes. shqdel hopes her pieces console, bring healing, and make those who encounter her creation feel a sense of being understood. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, put your hands together for none other than shqdel!
Hey everyone. So I am the one called shqdel, and here is a poem from when I was in university studying sociology. So my brain was just always filled with
just endless thoughts, and I pinned them down with this poem. Thimble. A small, hard, pitted cup worn for protection on the finger that pushes the needle in sewing. Sometimes I forget to put the thimbles back on before I return to work, a surge of momentary motivation after finding forgotten, discarded scraps, rejected in the making of the fabric of social memory. And hope is a thimble, easily lost in the complicated tangles of the sewing kit, cerebral first aid from knowing, exhaustion from emotional labor still achieves its damage, while some of us remember why we have to remember. Trying to share and encourage a collective restitch on all the sutures they snipped, hoping we don't recover from it. Kind of like social amnesia. Sit down, stop crying, you social justice warriors. Eternal sunshine of a spotless mind. Wonder if he'll remember all the times, a less detailed version of me. My voice is probably fading, fading, fading. Was it real or secondhand hallucinating? Connection transcended the conventional frame. Fatal attraction, beautifully unsustainable. Bit off more than I can chew. Next time I'll just stay nibbling before there's too much on my plate. Was that actual reality or something that I created? I guess I'll never know. I guess I'll never know. No, 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 no. Eternal sunshine, eternal sunshine, eternal sunshine. You are my soul. Eternal sunshine, eternal sunshine. Yeah, so every time I perform that song live, I forget the lyrics.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Randella J. We are at R.I.S.E Media. We just had our second Frequency Fridays event featuring the likes of Troy Penny, Sedelia, Prince Amuak, and of course shqdel. And we're just excited to create platforms and let artists express themselves and do what they love to do. So, love art, love poetry, and we're really excited to see what the future holds for us.
The piece called Motives and Thoughts by Miss Lauren Hill got me hooked on deaf poetry videos. I was drawn to the a cappella truths and the limitless range of cadences from silly to monotone to intense that were allowed to coexist in one piece, and the expressions of resonance by the listeners, which made it feel communal. I first wrote and performed a self-deprecating coping mechanism. One of my spoken word pieces in 10th grade at a monthly open mic night called Word Food. It was about the constellations of acne on my face and my lack of curves, like, why do they call it insecurity when it's the last place that I could ever feel safe? So how did I find out about R.I.S.E? The Scarborough gem called Simon, also known as Stretch, told me about this thing similar to that open mic night we used to be a part of in high school. It's cool how he would eventually grow into a talented artist and be one of the hosts at R.I.S.E. Anyways, it's been about 6 years of sporadically attending, being inspired by, growing with and performing at R.I.S.E. I wanted to navigate how to be less shy and share the run-on sentences and nerdy puns that I enjoyed writing in my room. I'm still pretty shy and awkward at times, but now it coexists and is mostly overpowered by the parts of me that have become firmer in my stance and more self-compassionate, more embracing of self. Whether it was your first or 100th time performing at R.I.S.E., the love was always through the roof. From the first time I attended the space, it always felt like a solarium. I always felt so nourished and watered after each show while watching the seeds around me growing too. I never expected to be whatever I am today, an introverted creator of things who does the very thing that both terrifies and liberates me. Spilling my guts out on stage in front of people, crafting strings of words about my journey of understanding self. I always hope that these things that I make can offer people a sense of being understood, the same way that other poets achieve this for me. I still feel imposter syndrome when I find myself in these spaces where I question my deservingness of being surrounded by such greatness. But this creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, like during my set tonight when I forgot my own lyrics several times. But the energy was so supportive as usual. I am beyond grateful for R.I.S.E. and its impact on my life and the possibilities I now allow myself to envision. Thank you, DJ Louis V, for always making sure I sounded crisp during these COVID live streams. Thank you, Marissa, Anastasia, and Elle for the things you do to make these things happen and the synchronistic encounters too. Thank you, Randall, for starting this movement. Thank you all for all that you do for the community, for artists like me, and for being the source of a ripple effect of change throughout the city and beyond.